Today we're going to be here with some practice for the TGR GT Cup, and we've got some info on what the race is going to be like. Mostly there's a bit of info that's missing that we can't get at the moment because it won't let us into the race just yet to be able to practice, so we're going to make our own little multiplayer lobby and get in there and start practicing, right, with what we can, with the information that we have. Everything else should be, I think the main difference is it's either going to be a dry race or it's going to be a wet race, but I'm assuming it's going to be dry. And it says there's only going to be softs available, including intermediates and wets as well. But that's what they do most of the time when they have the racing tires. They include the intermediates and the wets, and I think that's like an automatic thing. So seeing that it's only soft that they've allowed for the race, I assume it's going to be a dry race. Let's get this stuff done. Won't be too long. Almost done here. And then we'll get into the race. Well, I may as well start up the lobby, see if anyone will join anyway, because we're just gonna get in there for some practice before we even start up a race. If we get anybody or enough people to join in, that's it. That is. And that should be it, I think. Yeah, that should be it for that. Oh no, that's the car we want. Yep, it's gonna be a BOP race. We've got to get rid of... Oh, I had nitrous on there. I totally forgot that I had that on there. Wait a minute. Well, we better exit this so people don't join in. But, let me see here. Fix up this title here. Going to have to allow nitrous. Specifically. So, give me 1 second. And let me just fix up this title here. Beauty. Get in here and quickly fix up this lobby that we got here. Let's see. We'll just put the initials of it and sure people understand. SF19s only. Just fix up this lobby quickly, as there was one thing I didn't realize, which was with BOP we're gonna have to allow nitrous, I think it is. is interesting here. Shortcut penalty, we'll put on weak. Car collision on. Ghosting strong. Pit. And take that off. Now, we want BOP, but we also want nitrous available so we can use the overtake system in the Formula 1 cars. So that's pretty interesting. Put no limit, it still doesn't let you choose. Interesting, so we're going to have to go with... Alright, well, we'll start this quickly. They really need to fix these settings, because they just don't allow you to do everything you need. But it should get in here any moment now. Alright, so let's see here. Hopefully no one will join. Okay, yeah, I know we can't do that, but I wanted to see the car settings. So it's not showing us the BOP regulation car setting here. And that's what we want to see. And we can't take out the overtake system, obviously. So that's interesting. 639 bhp, brake horsepower. So it doesn't drop it that much, does it? So I guess if we create a new room. Yeah, sorry about that. It's just there's no other way to try and do it. So this is the only way we're going to be able to do it. Is if we leave BOP off, and if other people don't respect that and decide to try and cheat their way through, well, that's their own practice. They'll be screwing up, right? Because it won't affect us. It doesn't really matter if we win or lose. What we're going for here is we'll just throw this up there to about 1,000 there. Yeah, we'll leave it on that, and then max power output. We're going to want to fix this up as well to... We'll put 640, just to make sure that it doesn't mess up. We're going to want to put special or specific tires on here. The required tires, no. Unrestricted, right? Or required. Could add that, yeah. Because we need... I guess the more you can turn on to try and stop anyone from jumping in with anything, I guess, the better it is. So yeah, it seems with BOP on, it's not going to let us do anything. Even with no limit tuning on, it just won't let us mess with the nitrous there. So unrestricted. Make sure we have the right tires here. Everything's the same. Oops, I didn't check the minimum weight. I can quickly check here. The weight was 660. So let's see, minimum weight. We'll put 659 and make sure everything stays the same. It should be okay. This is the closest we're going to be able to get to it. to actually being able to try it, because as far as I know, it's going to be a BOP race. And even though it's going to be a BOP race, like, it doesn't seem like it's going to let us set up an actual BOP race since it has an overtake system. And you can't change anything to do with the overtake system, so we're going to have to do it this way. Since there's no other way to be able to do it, it seems. I can't think of any other way to do it properly. You can't get into the TGR Cup practice because it'll take you to a registration page instead. It doesn't actually let you get into any kind of race or anything to practice under the proper conditions. It's only given us some info on the website itself, which we're putting to use here. We know it's BOP, but yeah, we can't work that in with the overtake system for the Formula 1 cars. I do believe there should just be a category for them. They just should add one more category. I don't know why there's not. It's kind of odd to me, but I guess we'll just go with this. Start this room, and this should hopefully work now. We're at 978 pp. Maybe we should have changed it to about 980, but that's okay. In the end, like I said, it's going to be a BOP race, so if anyone's messing with it, I guess they're messing with themselves. At the same time, see, it shows that the settings there weren't changed. It's very confusing now. Let me see the settings here again. It said these were the settings, and it didn't say that it dropped the brake horsepower or the weight any before. When I went to jump in with the BOP and it said things were going to change, it showed the weight and the other thing there. So I'm just looking through, seeing if I can find the BOP info here, just to make sure that it didn't change, because I'm pretty sure it didn't change. It didn't actually do anything. Didn't seem, I guess it stopped it from being able to tune. So let's see here. And any moment. Come on, it was right here. Yeah, here it is. So yeah, it really it dropped it. It went from 639 brake horsepower to 639 brake horsepower, and then from 660 kilograms of weight to 660 kilograms of weight. So it didn't actually change anything for the BOP. So that's quite interesting to me. So I guess we're going to get in here, and we're not going to change the settings at all. We're just going to keep it the way it is, which I assume is stock. The only difference I think we have here is the anti-lag settings, which will either be on strong or off. That's the only difference that I could see there being. So I guess this should be okay, and we'll get in there. I think it should be okay. I think so anyway. So we'll get in here. We're on the softs. How they're going to incorporate the whole BOP tuning thing. either way, the practice will help. That too much. A bit early there. Oh, hammered it through there. Just absolutely destroyed it. We'll try again. Alright. I wonder how we'll do this time. first time we were able to put it out. I just lost that time there. That's okay. Bit of a mistake. Going too wide there. Yeah, that makes sense. Thanks for joining. Just here with some practice for the TGR Cup. First race is going to involve the SF19 cars, so that should be super fun. I still got a more of a penalty for it though. Yeah, I guess it was a bit wide, so makes sense. Just pushed it a little too hard. It really does take you though, as soon as you touch that green platform. That's okay, at least we'll have a proper start to the next lap. Getting degradation in the tyres while we're messing around here in practice. That's interesting. They haven't graded that much at all. We're on lap 5. We won't have to worry about tyre degradation at all. And fuel, I assume not as well. So it's just a straight out sprint. For 8 laps. There's no minimum stops, no required tyre as far as I know, unless they do change things up. Ooh, hello. It's okay, it's fine. Nothing happened. Nothing happened, I don't know. I didn't see anything. Oh, I saw a beautiful drift. Purposeful drift, yes. It's alright, we'll try again on the next lap. Start? Yeah, sure. go for it, why not? Then there's only 2 people. I guess we could start. It doesn't really seem like much of a difference. I'd feel bad if anyone else wants to join. I might just let him know. Like, maybe 5-minute start. 5 minutes. Actually, we'll give it 2 minutes. That should be good. Oh, never mind. Well, we'll keep practicing because we're getting all the information we need here, even the fuel. So we don't really need to start. I don't really want to start with just one person that I feel like I am going to beat. And I'm not going to really get that much info out of like just one person. The only, like seeing that is a D driver rating with a C star rating, I feel like I'm just going to get punted by the only person in the race, especially if I am going any kind of faster. So I'd rather at least have a couple of people in the race. So at least it's kind of interesting. Plus we're getting the information we need here. Like the tyres will be degrading while we race around. This is the default fuel that we start with. And it's only 1 times fuel and 1 times tyres. So I kind of want to like just wait. Especially now, since like if no one's in here, then we're just going to keep practicing, right? If anyone wants to join and wants to, hello, that was interesting. That was very interesting. That was quite interesting. Actually, we should restart because we got damage. Get back out on track. But that was just spun out in 5th around there for the first time. Felt really comfortable every other time. That's okay. That's good to know. So as far as I can tell, this race is just going to be an all-out sprint. Pushing it too much there. That's okay. Really don't want to touch that green platform next to the curb. As soon as you do, it just takes you. Yeah, it must have just pushed it too much before. There is definitely more speed to gain through there. Try and see if maybe I could push the limit of where I was braking a little more, but I think I had it about right for that first turn there. For anybody that was confused about the Toyota Gazoo Racing Cup and when it's starting and the entry period and whatnot, If you are to go in today to sport mode and click on the TGR Cup notice there, you will notice that the notification when that website comes up has changed. It doesn't say that the registration is closed anymore, it says that it hasn't started. So no one's missed anything. Don't worry about that. That was, I believe, a mistake, and I assume it was from last year's TGR GT Cup, for last year's registration perhaps, or just a mistake in general and it was just never meant to be there. Either way, the registration there's no registration that started, as far as I know, and from what the site said. There hasn't been a registration process just yet. I didn't have any assists on. I don't have any assists on at all. Just getting used to the car. 156 so far, but thank you for the idea. But there's no assists on. I don't often play with assists. It's only traction control before the physics update that was with certain cars. Ever since the physics update, it's been mostly no traction control, to be perfectly honest, and that was pretty much the only thing I used to use. I think it was the last S license, S10 license, that actually benefited from having counter steering assistance on. I don't know about ever since the physics update, but before the physics update, actually, we only have ABS on, as most people do. It's just too easy to lock up in Gran Turismo 7. Compared to every other game with no ABS that I've played, like Gran Turismo 7, I'd rather just leave it on default and let it do its thing. If you leave it on weak, then it's always on for every car, but if it's on default, then I guess it defaults for every car, right? So it seems to be best option to choose. What do you mean track assist? Oh yeah, the corner things. I forgot that they're there. How do you turn that off? right here in settings somewhere. Is that it? I think so. Totally forgot that those were there. Ooh, hello. Probably should have paid attention to where we were starting from. Thanks for that. I totally forgot that those were on. That was on for certain tracks at the start of Gran Turismo 7, just to get used to certain tracks again. But yeah, there's no need for that to be on. Grabs onto you, that, doesn't it? I only nicked it with my tyre and it just took me to the left straight off the bat. Doesn't want you to touch it. Dodgy curbs. Can't be all over some curbs. And our tyres have fairly degraded. I am curious to see if these high-speed areas will be majorly affected by that tiny bit of degradation by the last lap. So next lap or the 8th lap, kind of interested in finding that out. I don't believe there will really be much of a difference. Anything very noticeable, that is. Besides my own mistakes. Hit those bollards. Well, that's okay. Nothing too bad, nothing damaged, so we'll keep going. Dirty tyres though, and I did not think of that. Couldn't even get around there in low fib. Get off of there. Yeah, no, that doesn't feel right still. I think that's better. Yep, that was the moment of truth right there. If I had to pull up at all, then the tyres are either dirty or degraded or something, but, you know, they were just dirty for a bit. And it affected the cornering a bit. Hey mate, thanks for joining. Get around here first. I'm not on PS5 at the moment, to be honest. I'm actually on a PS4 Pro. Saturday? Oh wow, mad. That's awesome. I'll be able to see you on here very soon then. We can practice together, don't worry. Yeah, there's definitely a difference by the 7th lap. Not much, but there is a difference. You are gonna have to pay attention to that difference. It's not very noticeable, but it is slightly noticeable. Oh, those green platforms, man. Right next to those curbs, they're absolute just death. Honestly, not these ones here, like those light blue ones. Oh, are they green? They look green. But these ones here, they're terrible. If you accidentally go off, just like, you just touch them, you nip them the tiniest bit, they will just take you. You kind of got to fight it. Like, here's fine, it's just that blue painted kind of curve there. But that stuff right next to us here, artificial grass or something, whatever they tried to emulate there, it's terrible. I just don't want to touch it at all. Fuel ain't going to be a problem either, so we're going to probably maybe want to rev it out a bit more to try and use as much fuel as possible. It won't make much of a difference. Although using 5th more often rather than changing to 6th would probably help. Ooh, yeah, there's a difference. I just didn't want to come back. There's definitely a difference by this last lap. We got damage. We'll finish this last lap and go again. That would be dirty tyres, I would assume. So they weren't that bad a second ago. So deep in there. But this is why we're practicing early, because we're going to need as much practice as we can. Try and actually do decent in here, and I feel like with the Formula 1 it won't be that bad at all. Hopefully I'll be able to pull something off. I feel like I have a better chance with the Formula 1 cars, so I'm definitely entering in both races. May as well start again with fresh tyres. Default fuel again. Sounds good, mate. Take it easy. That looks odd. That looks so weird. This view, to me. I can use it. It just looks so weird. Leave it in 5th. This is great. was too early. Definitely get through that pedal. Darn. 162. There's still progress being made. We're almost on a 156 flat, it seems. Hopefully we can drop down to a 155.
If I was to be a little more safer about it instead of trying to push it everywhere constantly. So that's what practice is for, right? You got to find those points. You every turn. If I want to try and run it just as a consistent race, I think that consistency is there. I feel like I can go around there a little faster, at least. Not sure how to approach it just yet. It likes to slide out on the rear when you go through there, just hammering it. Degradation is nothing, basically. Too early. Give it more there. Just got to figure it out. That off either. It's just that green stuff, as soon as you touch it, it just takes you if you're going too fast. I feel like I could have gone just a bit onto that green if it wasn't so aggressive with the grip. How much it's like, I don't know what it tries to do. It tries to make you brake or something. A bit much, I think. It's a bit strong. Really try and stay away from it, right? That's okay. Alright, 7th lap, 8th lap, yeah, it really does start getting a bit iffy around there. Start switching to 4th early. That 156 yet. Actually got a 155. Interesting. Alright, so there's definitely progress being made. We're catching up to this guy. I don't know if he waited for us, but we've just been catching up. But we are on our way to this guy. For a split second. Nope. Lap 9, we're really pushing it now. It's good practice to know how to pass as well, and overtaking. Well, you know, just practicing the overtake, that is. So we're definitely catching up, as long as we don't make a big mistake. We'll be able to practice that. Try it. Oh, well that works too. Yeah, that works. We need to get fresh tyres anyway, so let's get out there. If he wants to start a race, if he wants to get in, I guess we could always try. But I don't know if he wants to. Yeah. See if it starts. Why not? Either way, if he finishes it with us or not, we'll finish it. Because either way, it's good practice. And I feel like the info for the fuel may not have been precise during the practice, so I'd like to see a bit more on that in the race. I'm not sure if it'll be a about something with the overtake system, and I'm just going to try it out. overtake refills. So basically the faster you use it, the more you'll be able to use it. It takes about a lap. That's interesting. I'm not sure if they'll fix this up for the actual race. I wonder. Overtake as well. Because it can change some corners up if you decide to use it throughout the corner. Around those corners there. I'm not sure how I feel about this overtake resetting thing. want that to actually happen in a race. Just trying to push it, since we have the buffer anyway. Like we have to worry too much. It doesn't really matter if we want to lose either, but I do want to push it. And we clearly got a better pace here, so may as well try to use this as practice for the overtake, since you can't use the overtake in actual practice, right? And I assume they would have the overtake for the race. Maybe BOP, but how would they? I don't know. Can't really get rid of the nitro system, or the overtake system, in these cars, so yeah, SF19 Toyota, that's the one. Hey mate, thanks for joining. Is he maybe? No, he's good. May as well use the rest of the overtake system. Yeah, that would be stupid and not beneficial at all. Certain areas I guess you don't really want to use them, right? It's definitely a better way to take that. Obviously better than that just then. But I mean, like the good times. The times that we took it were quite well. It just feels like there's got to be a better way to take that turn with more speed. It seems like we're catching up to our friend here. Overtake system at all. We certainly are. It's the only chance we're going to get to actually be able to try it out. That was interesting. Yeah, he was in the SF19 as well. Cool. That's alright. I'm not really sure if he was using his overtake. Might have just not at the pace, but that's alright. That was interesting to find out what feel like, with the overtake around this track. So that's some decent practice though. It actually helps out quite a lot. Let's get here. There we go. Alright, we'll probably go for another race anyway, if anyone wants to join. We got this guy Rambo joining. Not sure if he'll stay, but if we're able to get some more people in here, that would be good. Sounds good to me. Is he able to join? Be good if we get to at least have proper battle. Hopefully. Well, go around. Well, he's getting... If he decides to join us, then we might go for another race sooner. Heaps of practice and this guy's only just jumped in, so we'll at least give him a lap or two around, right? Before we just jump into the next race. I guess it'll give us time to have someone else join us in the meantime. Seems like it'll actually be a proper battle this time around, right? That's what I'm interested in as well. Oh! Pushed it a little too hard. Yeah, that turn is a bit finicky. Why not? We'll join them. We're all here together. going okay everywhere else. But that turn he just can't do. So far, anyway. Yeah, we'll write it down here. He's in the Honda. Like, that's not messing with anybody but himself, I guess, anyway. I don't care too much if he's in the Honda. That's just messing with his own practice. He's going to realize that it's probably going to be a little different. But that's okay. It should be fine. It should be okay. It's not for us anyway. That's more for him. If he's practicing for the TGR Cup, then he's probably going to want to use the Toyota, because I don't think you're going to be able to use the Honda. Weirdly enough. Let's say 2 minutes. To the start of this. Oh, this is just the practice, man. We're just practicing at the moment. If you'd like to join, more than welcome. We're just practicing for this. I couldn't put down BOP. The information that we were given says that it's going to be a BOP race, but the problem with that is that if you put it down for BOP, then you can't use your overtake system, meaning you can't enter with the Formula 1 car. So with that bit of a problem there, I had to use restrictions on the power and the weight. I used the restrictions that were given from the BOP result. It didn't really actually change much at all. It went from 639 brake horsepower to 639 brake horsepower, and then it went from 660 kilos to the same thing, 660 kilos. So I assumed that would be the BOP regulations. It might be a little different. There is only soft tires available as well. It could be a rating race, but I'm practicing for dry at the moment. We still got a couple of days until you know it's open and everybody will know, and there'll be more information, I guess. At the moment, we can't even join in to the entry period or anything like the practice session for the actual Toyota Gazoo Racing GT Cup. It opens a separate www website. It opens a URL for the registration, and it was opening it up saying that the registration was closed. And if you didn't know that, that's not true. Don't worry about that. The registration, it hasn't actually been started. It hasn't started at all. Yeah. It's I'm pretty sure it'll start in the next couple of days, because it's going to be starting on the 15th. We'll get in here in a sec and start up. But actually, yeah, we'll just join in here. Everyone should be good. Akimo was here before, so we'll just get in here. Hey, mate, thanks for joining. Just here with some TGR GT Cup practice for the 2022 TGR GT Cup, that is. In the Formula 1 cars. We've gotten as close as we can to the BOP settings that we need. I don't know if anyone else is running some shitty tune. If they're trying to just, win for the sake of winning, that's up to them. I don't really care. I'm just going for actual proper practice to help us for that race. That was terrible. Terrible. I hate to see it. But you got to be real careful around there. Like, I know you possibly can push a little more, but not entirely sure if it's really feasible. You got to be real careful around that turn. around that corner. Wow. It's terrible. Touched that green, that tiniest bit, and it just took me. Oh, that's it. I was at least hoping to try and keep up with the guy, but as soon as that green touched, that's it. Just touched that, nipped that green the tiniest bit, and it just took me off the track. There was nothing I could do about it. If I jerk too hard, it'll just spin out anyway. By the messages over there. Well, I think we got some decent practice today. It was pretty fun race. It was actually getting me to put my foot down a bit more and actually try to keep up with SV Cyrus up there. Yeah, gonna have to be a lot nicer on that turn by the last 2 laps. A lot nicer. Just finished it there before it ran out of time. That one crash sent us back like 30 seconds. Oh, terrible. Don't want to be doing that in the actual race, right? I think I kept it pretty okay for a bit. Thanks everyone for joining. This might be an interesting race if we get in here. Let's see, should we do one more race? I think we should do one more race. Let's get in here. Rambo may have left. One more race. And take it easy, mate. Thanks for joining. Okay, so I guess we could probably just get straight into it. We've got some people on track here. Well, why not go around for two more laps. And then jump into the race. Whoops. Yeah, I was gonna say, if that didn't hit me with a penalty, I was gonna be like, what? How? There we go, 2 minutes to start, and then we'll get into one more race here. Nah, that's fine. safer in third anyway. Well, we'll exit here. I was just trying to push it in certain sections that I wanted to see if I could put a little more in. And quickly have a drink before we can't have the drink. We are repping the West livery from back in the day of Kimi and Hakkinen. One of my favourite liveries to see. And we should be able to get in here in about a minute. Now, when it comes to settings, this is basically what we've gone with. I expect this to be the same as the BOP. It didn't really change anything when the BOP went on earlier to try it out. The only difference I could see is maybe the anti-lag setting might be on off. And other than that, I don't see there being much of a difference here for BOP settings. We had to do it this way, like I said earlier, is because simply the BOP doesn't allow you to use the overtake system, so you can't actually take this car in with BOP settings on, which is kind of a letdown. I think they should fix up these settings soon. Hopefully they'll fix up the settings and add some more in there so we can restrict things a bit better for these lobbies and the races and whatnot, especially for these practice sessions as well. I would like to see the Formula 1 cars in their own category. That would probably make things a little easier. Let's just start this up now and hope everybody's ready. That should be about enough time. We'll get into this last race here, and we'll probably head up and get some roulette tickets. I think we got 3 roulette tickets to use. I might do it now. I might do it in a short video. I'm not sure, but we are at the back. We're starting at the back end this time round. We're going to see what this is going to be like, I guess. So far. We are catching. Don't know what he's doing. Take the inside. Okay, we've got him pushing into us. Alright, so we've got a dirty driver on here. TK Watanabe. It's sad to see. I don't know if he's really trying to be dirty or if he's just making a lot of mistakes. Either way, it sucks to see. Be lagging. That could be the problem. Because his movements right now are very weird. Maybe he's on controller and lagging. SV is taking off this time. We just can't have a bit of trouble with this guy in front of us. It's a bit crazy. It doesn't seem like he's trying to hit us. Otherwise he would have taken us out just then. So it must be like lag as well as maybe on like a controller or something. Ouch. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. That's enough. That's enough. Oh, well, I guess we'll watch the rest of the race. We're gonna get taken out just then, so it's that's sad to see. Are we able to restart this race? Is there any way we can restart this race? Because that was ridiculous. Oh, man. That is terrible to see. There's not much you can do about it, but I didn't want him to get into anybody else's way because he's just taken us out left, right, and center. I don't know how many times he's hit us. About, I don't know, 4 or 5 times at the very start, during the race, every lap. Even if he's not trying to hit us, it's that bad. I can't, man. Sorry, but that's ridiculous. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's your fault either. It could be lag, but I don't know what's going on. But it was really bad. There was no way I could try and race like that. I just got taken out of nowhere. I don't really want to finish this race on these guys. So I guess we got Luminos over here. Going down the Eroge. Chemo in the back and SV Cyrus up at the front. Absolutely pumping, if I don't mind saying myself. We'll get the race info here as well, why not? He's got a different tune, this guy, that's why. He's not on BOP settings at all. Okay, well that's fair. I think we're actually doing pretty good when we're using BOP settings. I don't know what tune this guy's using, but he's not going to be able to use it in the race. So that's perfectly fine, that doesn't really matter. I was wondering why it was absolutely destroying it. And he's also barely using any overtake. We were absolutely hammering it with the overtake. And not to say there's no time to be gained there definitely is, but something felt off about this guy and his car and what he was driving around. He's good, don't get me wrong, he's good, but he's clearly using a tuned car. His last 6th gear is just pumping way too hard, and it really shouldn't be. From what I'm seeing anyway, maybe I'm wrong. I guess we'll see more when the BOP is actually available. But until then, we're going to be having to use these settings we have and trying to, I guess, use BOP settings for the Formula 1 car somehow. I'm using the settings that I got before when I changed to BOP. It wouldn't let me in because of the nitrous. It said I had to take the nitrous off, but it did have the setting there for me to see, like that it changed the horsepower, the brake horsepower, as well as the weight. But it didn't actually change it. It just said that it changed it to the same thing, so it didn't actually do anything. All the settings weren't different at all either. So I was guessing that the settings that we have should be BOP. They are the original settings that come with the sheets that you add. The only difference is, I think, is maybe the soft tyres that I've added. That's about it. So you need soft tyres for this race. But clearly, if you see this guy in 6th gear, which he should be using... Oh, he just used 6th gear before, but we'll see it soon anyway, probably up here. But his 6th gear without overtake is just climbing. He's only hitting 260 kilometers an hour on 5th gear, when actually you can hit about 295 to 300 kilometers an hour on 5th gear. So his gearbox is definitely tuned. I thought he would have been smart enough, being an A+ driver rating driver. I would think he would be smart enough to, you know, try and use BOP settings. Unless maybe he is. Maybe he's the smart one. Maybe he found the right BOP settings. Maybe we're using the wrong settings. maybe he's being the smart one, and he looked it up and found out what the BOP settings would be, but I couldn't find anything about it. I did what I could to find the proper settings, and I think we got pretty close. But they're on the 5th lap at the moment. And I guess we'll let him finish. Ah, well, there's not really a point. This guy's not getting any kind of info out of it, to be perfectly honest. I don't want to be mean and just leave. I really don't want to be mean. Let's jump to a chemo and see what he's doing over here. Oh, Luminous. We've got Luminous over here. Let's chuck on his info. See what he's doing around here. See, it was a bit slow as well. We were taken off on him. Not too much slower, but a little bit. He might be having trouble in your road. He's hitting 155s, so he's not terribly slow or anything. He's not doing that bad at all. He's doing pretty good. But see, now I'm wondering if we have the right settings or not, because I've got to check that up. It may be a bit different. But I guess we got most of the practice that we needed out of this anyway, like the handling, checking out what it feel like on certain corners, and just in general knowing what the soft tyres as well as the fuel is going to act like. I had a feeling it wouldn't be too much of a difference, but there will be a change on the 7th and 8th lap. You will feel a slightly noticeable difference in the tyres, especially around those high-speed corners. But looks like tomorrow we're going to do some more practice, hopefully with better settings, hopefully more correct BOP settings. Because I have a feeling maybe we're the ones that don't have the right settings here. Maybe it's not just add a sheet settings, maybe it's different. So I only went off what the BOP settings said before and didn't change anything, so I assumed that it should be correct. Sitting about 290 there. Wonder if this guy's gearing is the same or not. Because if they're both the same, then maybe we got the wrong gears? Oh, I'm not really sure. It's hard to tell. Quite interesting. How's Akimo doing here? He's hitting 208 at the best with the first lap, and then 212, 214, and 211. He's going to need some decent practice. Hopefully he'll get it. I don't see why not. Got Luminous here. Not using their overtake that much. I assume they don't realize that it just resets. As far as I can tell, it just resets. I'm not sure if it'll do that in the actual race itself, but I guess we'll find out. It is kind of weird how it does reset every lap, but it's something. It's interesting. That's what it is. So it makes me think maybe SV Cyrus could get even better laps if he was just smashing out his overtake. At the same time, you don't want to be using it everywhere. And with his gearing, with how close those gears are, I don't know if it'd be too beneficial on those exits, because it just may make you spin. Yeah, maybe the gearing was wrong when we added the new sheet. Maybe the gears are wrong. He's hitting a 151.6. Because it did seem odd to me that the 6th gear was just the way it was. So it's interesting to see. They're about to finish up anyway. They only got one more lap after this, so we'll check them out. We'll see how they go. And I'm glad. I don't care if we can't finish it. I'm glad we got to kick out the guy that was either lagging or just trying to ram and purely ruin the race. Either way, it doesn't really matter to me. Either way, it was taken care of, because that was just going to ruin anyone else's race as well. And it was definitely ruining ours, that's for sure. We got bumped multiple times, and I feel sorry if he's lagging, but at the same time, there's not much we can do. If he's lagging that bad and it's just punting people out of the way, then it's probably just safer to take him out of there. But he has pulled a nice 30-second gap. We were keeping up. we were overusing our overtake, but we were keeping up. We definitely had different gears here. So I guess tomorrow we're going to practice some more. Or we might practice some more tomorrow, or we'll do some daily races. I guess we'll see. He's catching up to Akimo on the second last lap here. He should be able to take or overtake him, that is, on this final lap here. I definitely feel like we could do a lot better. I just feel like maybe the gearing is wrong. Oh, that was interesting. Somebody's taken off. He needed to give way anyway to let him through. I don't know what he was doing. Because this guy, yeah, that other guy should be a Akimo, he should be in a blue flag. Now he's just taken off, yeah, there's definitely some setting differences here. And this is the problem that I find with this whole BOP tuning situation, where somehow this race is going to be BOP, so they're just going to take the overtake system out or something, like... Yeah, that last lap, it's a doozy around that corner there. You got to be real careful. Saved it well though. But yeah, the gearing is definitely different. So they're about to finish this up, and we'll, you know what, we'll head over and do the roulette tickets. Why in the world not? About to finish up here anyway, and then we'll exit. Oh, yeah, no, the other guy's way too far to be finishing. So as soon as he's finished, we'll have about 30 seconds. We may as well leave it so they get their prizes. I want to exit and then them not get the prizes that they should be getting, because it would have been all that race for no reason, right? So we'll wait it out. We waited this long already, so we may as well let them finish up here. Chemo finishing on these his last lap there as well. And then Luminos finishing in second. I believe we may have been in second, may have had a good fight with SV if we, one, had the same kind of gearing and tune, and two, didn't have that other guy just taking us out of there, just absolutely demolishing us. So yeah, exit this. Good race. Sorry I couldn't really join you guys. I had to get rid of that other guy because he was just taking me out, and I assumed he was going to take anyone else back there out. So that was okay. That was interesting. I'm going to look up more about this BOP tuning situation with the Formula 1. I haven't been able to find too much on it just yet, but I assume that there's something not quite right with it. So that's going to be interesting. But we'll get the roulette tickets we have here. We have 3 roulette tickets to get. So why not, right? Why in the world not? We'll get these roulette tickets. We got 2 4-stars and a 3-star. So let's go with the 3-star. Good luck. Sounds about right. Okay. Go for the 4-star. Go for the 4-star. Come on. Fingers crossed. Come on, give us the car. Give us a car. I would like the Porsche. Oh, so close. Oh, come on. Give us something good in this one then. We'll get the 10k. Come on, give us something good. Give us something good. Fingers crossed. Come on. Come on. I'm not even looking. I'm not even looking. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna assume. I assume it's a car. Damn it. I'll take 30k though. We got about 45k from those 3 tickets. 45 thou. That's it's better than nothing. But That sucks. I kind of miss the tickets or the daily chances you used to have from GT Sport where you could just basically, you were guaranteed a car every single time. It was a lot nicer, but what do you do? It was an interesting race today. It was kind of fun. One guy was either lagging or just using his controller, having a tough time. I don't know, something. I don't want to say he was ramming because I don't know 100%. It was a bit too much because I couldn't race around the guy. So I had to get rid of him. Weren't able to finish off that last race. But all in all, it was some interesting practice, and we'll probably get in tomorrow with some more practice or some daily races. Probably starting off with the daily race C if we do the daily races. But the Toyota Gazoo Racing GT Cup should be starting on the 15th of May. So keep an eye on the little notification here in sport mode. We'll get to it here before we jump off. If anyone's interested and if anyone's tuned in at the moment checking this out, then have a look at this for the TGR Cup. The new championship is just here. Sorry about that. Get rid of that. Toyota Gazoo Racing GT Cup right here. Now, when you click this, it'll open up this. If you click enter here, it'll open you up into a website, and it'll probably tell you that the registration period hasn't started yet. Yesterday, it was telling people that it was ended. That was incorrect. It seems like they addressed that from yesterday to today within the last day, and fixed it up so it now says that it actually hasn't begun yet. The registration hasn't started at all, so don't worry. I noticed there was a lot of people freaking out about it. I was also kind of worried about it. I was like, oh, I wasn't. There was no outline of any kind of registration process before this at all. So I was wondering what was going on. Like, there can't be anybody registered. There was no information on it. So yeah, clearly that was wrong. They fixed it up, and hopefully within the next, I would assume, 4 days, by the 15th, there should be a registration period. So keep an eye out on it every day. If as soon as it opens up, if there is a registration period for sure, and it opens up for a certain amount of time, as soon as it opens up and I notice it, I will be putting a video out to let everybody know and update everybody to register. If you want to join this championship, then you must register as soon as possible, when that opens up, that is, right? So until then, I'll see you all the next one. I hope you enjoyed the stream. Thank you for watching, and hit the like and subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Take it easy.